rolling. And yeah, we're on and we're ready to go. Good evening, everybody. Welcome in. It's Detroit Sports Talk here on the Fifth Chapter, presented by CashToBitcoin.com. There he is, Adrian Myers. I'm Dennis Fithian. It's bowl season. We're rocking and rolling. We got the best one of the bowl year right now. It's taking place right now in is it Music City Bowl, right?
Music City Bowl, Tennessee Volunteers and Purdue Boilermakers.
Back and forth, and we've got some more bowl games coming up tonight. Michigan State getting ready to kick off in the Peach. We'll talk about that, and oh yeah, those games tomorrow. We'll have an opinion or two on that. You ready for all that, Adrian?
I'm ready to go.
Well, we've got Pete Finelli. He's here. Penn State Pete will have his pick'em in the Fifth Chapter, and Rob, sometimes here, sometimes not. Here's a little spoiler for you on who he's rooting for tomorrow. There he is. We'll talk with him. He'll be coming up here as well. But we want to take a look at our book and the chapters, all the ones that we'll be talking about. And they are brought to you by our title sponsor, CashToBitcoin.com. Hey, I know you're thinking about it. You're like me. You're like Adrian. You're like Rob. And you're like Penn State Pete. How to get involved in the cryptocurrency game now. I am here to tell you how to do it. You see it on the screen. Go to CashToBitcoin.com. There's lots to be excited about. All these bowl games, Tennessee, Purdue. And you know what? There's lots to be excited about and get pumped up about in the crypto world. And that's where CashToBitcoin.com comes in. They're one of the fastest and largest growing crypto ATMs in Michigan. They have hundreds of locations in Michigan and beyond. Check out a map to find a crypto ATM near you at CashToBitcoin.com on Twitter. That's cash, the number 2, Bitcoin.com. CashToBitcoin.com's ATMs and terminals offer safe and secure transactions, so get it going. Find an ATM and check it out. Now is the time. Folks, remember it and use it. It's CashToBitcoin.com.
Tomorrow is a big one, the Orange Bowl, Dennis.
It is, and you know what? You get so excited about it, you bring everybody in and go. There you see Raj, and you got Rob, and you got Penn State Pete. Let's take it around. Like, I don't want to steal anybody's thunder and go around the horn a little bit, but I don't know. The Puerto Rican Prince is here. I want to let him take the first crack at this Orange Bowl. You know, he's got some orange on there. He's ready to go for tomorrow. He was asking earlier this week if Michigan had to win this game. Raj, what's your opinion? You think Michigan, they've got to win this for the program, or people are going to be dogging them? Yeah, he's back. Where is Mike? You're just going to have to go for sign language. Let's go over to Adrian. Adrian, do you think that Michigan has to win this game?
I'm going to go against the grain here and say yes, because if you think about it, Kirby Smart and Jim Harbaugh are almost the same coach. Kirby Smart has the most pressure on him. Michigan's pretty much playing with house money right now. They believe like no other team has believed this season. I think they're going to come out ready to play and put the pressure on Georgia because they're really just playing. But I really feel like, for me personally, it'd be a failure if they don't at least get to the national championship game, because why not? Let's do it.
Penn State Pete. Does the Big Ten and Michigan, this first time Michigan's ever been in the CFP, should they just be happy to be there or what?
Yeah, I'm going to go opposite of what Adrian was saying. I think personally, just being there, making it this far has been well beyond what their expectations were. I mean, beginning the season, I think a lot of talk was like, 7 wins maybe. That's kind of the point they're trying to reach. Now you're number 2 in the nation, and you're playing for a spot in the college football championship. I think you've already exceeded expectations well enough. So if you don't come out here, obviously it's a massive bummer. Obviously you want to make it that far, you want to win the title. But if you don't, and I said this on Tuesday, as long as they act like they're supposed to be there and they don't get totally embarrassed, I think that's about as much as you can ask from them.
Yeah, for me and Rob, I know you're all decked out in your maize and blue. It's like, I'm not thinking about Michigan losing the game already. I'm not thinking about them getting embarrassed, but I know that's kind of how the conversation goes when you have so much time leading into a game. But you know what? Hey, beating Ohio State, I didn't think they were going to do that this year. Winning the Big Ten. If you put it all in perspective, I don't think Michigan's good enough to be talking about, oh, they've got to go out there and win the college football playoff, or somehow, Jim Harbaugh's a failure or the program's a failure. Hey, man, this is rare air for them. If Michigan came back next year and, they'll probably be a preseason number 5 with all the players that they have coming back, they run roughshod through the Big Ten. They don't lose any games. And let's say they lost just in the Big Ten championship game, and then they were in the college football playoff. If we were here a year from now and that was the scenario, I'd say, yeah, you know what? Michigan's got to show up and they got to win this game or it'll be a failure. But right now, it's the exact opposite. It's, I don't like just saying that they're playing with house money or it's gravy or anything else, but that's what it feels like to me. Rob?
Yeah, remember, they're not supposed to be here. It was supposed to be Kenneth Walker walking it in with Michigan State to the national championship game, the Big Ten title. Everything that they've done has been unexpected. I told people in week 1 they needed to calm down. Harbaugh's a great coach. That truthfully, with time, he would get it done this year, and that's what he did. Oh, yeah, I'm not echoing. Yay. So many things on this end to pay attention to. But this is a great year. Michigan there's like 8 different ways they can win. Georgia, quarterback controversy. You got them shaking with self-confidence after what happened against Alabama as I unplugged my own audio. This is great.
Let me just stop you there. Adrian, if you wanted to say it's only a great year if you win a national championship, and that should be the expectations for top programs, I'll buy that. But you'd have to meet me halfway and say, hey, it was great to beat Ohio State. It was great to win the Big Ten, because they hadn't done it since 2004. But I'm just not ready to amp up the expectations when nobody was picking this team to win more than 8 games.
No, I can definitely meet you and Pete halfway. I totally agree. It's just my mindset is I don't want them getting into the college football playoff and settling and being like, okay, we're here. We're just glad to be here. No, we need to come out and play. Like Pete said, just look like you're ready to go. I am a little worried though. I don't think Dax Hill is playing, so that's a big concern for me right there. So Jim Harbaugh hasn't given any update on that yet, but I'm a little concerned about that. Nobody's talking about that.
I got a little update on that. Dax has landed. Dax is in Miami, and the word is that he is going to be available. I don't know if that he's got a second negative test or not, but they're planning on getting him out there, and he should be without limit or anything else. So if I had to guess right now and put my money on it, I say Dax Hill plays. All right, let's turn the page, and that gets us to chapter 2, Adrian.
That gets us to the Michigan State Partners in the Peach Bowl against the Pitt Panthers now, which was a most anticipated game coming in before all the opt-outs. I'm going to start with you, Pete. Give me your thoughts on this game.
I mean, we mentioned it again on Tuesday, no Walker, no Pickett. Those guys are the focal point of their given offenses. So I think given that, you're missing your quarterback. It's a little bit more important than you're missing your running back. Obviously, Kenneth Walker is, the biggest player, most important player on that offense, but he's still a running back. And you see like in the pros right now, how we're moving away from like franchise running backs and all that. And it's a quarterback's game right now. So given that, I think that definitely gives Michigan State the edge here.
Yeah, I think that when it comes down, like if the quarterback is the most important piece, and it certainly was for Pitt this year, that's why they're able to get where they're at. I'll buy that. Also, looking at some of the numbers here, the Pitt, they are really good against the run. It would have been a great matchup, seeing if Kenneth Walker was able to go against the top 5 run defense, but we don't get to see that. But what that tells me is that this game's on Peyton Thorne's shoulders, and he's going to have to put it up. And he's got Jalen Naylor and Jaden Reed, and I think that it's going to be an aerial assault here for Michigan State, and that's why I like the Spartans in this game with no Pickett to match fire with fire on the other side. It's a wild card. We don't really know about the QB for the Panthers.
I'm going to be a complete 100% honest. I don't even know who their backup is, but I'm going to second you, Dennis. No Pickett. Peyton Thorne is played pretty well this season. He's a lot better than a lot of people give him credit for. Well, you got Speedy Naylor back. You got Jaden Reed back there. So I think it's just their Michigan State's just going to air the ball out. Maybe they'll try to run a little bit with Elijah Collins and Jordan Simmons. We'll see. But Peyton Thorne is going to throw for over three bills, and they'll get the victory.
Too
We
bad
might
it's
be
not.
calling him Peyton Manning if he throws for 3 bills. Go ahead, Pete.
I was gonna make the same joke you were about to make, but I also
There you go. That's a good joke.
I also want to say, talking about the opt-outs and all that, it drives me crazy when I see, posts from teams' social medias, telling that players like are opting out, like, the big time players who are, looking to the draft and they don't want to get hurt in some silly bowl game. Like for Penn State, with guys like Brisker and Dotson, when they opted out, they get a lot of unnecessary hate from a lot of it usually ends up being like alumni and slightly older fans, and that drives me crazy. I mean, it's like it's a silly bowl game. Like in reality, it means nothing. Because if they play in this game going into the draft, and God forbid they tore like their ACL or had a severe concussion or whatever, and their whole career just gets shot because they played in some meaningless, Outback Bowl, that's ridiculous. And I think the fact that there are fans out there, and a lot of them, who try to give off this hate for these players thinking about their career is just ridiculous.
Well, it's up to those bowls. It's up to the Peach Bowl to step to the plate and say, hey, pick it. Here's a big stack of cash. And the same thing to Kenneth Walker if they really want him in there. If you're a Michigan State fan, you go into this, Kenneth Walker's going pro. There's a part of it where, like, yeah, you want to win a New Year's Six bowl and you want to be able to, get a springboard into the offseason. And you certainly feel good for a fan base, and it feels good from a team standpoint as well. But you know what? You get all the practices for the younger guys, and then you get guys that are actually going to play next year. You get them out there and you get them their first, scratch at it. I was looking at a lot of different theories. They've got so many guys that have already hit the portal or freshmen that are coming in. And there's a thought like, hey, why don't Spencer Rattler? What if he was allowed to play for South Carolina here in the bowl already, transferring in? So there's some things that they could do and they could look at.
Almost like
sweeten
a
it up a
preseason
little bit
before, like at the end of this season.
Yeah,
Adrian, go ahead. I wanted to ask you a question.
Second summary. I just had a feedback off Pete. I was just saying, guys are in it to make money. So this gives the college football committee the chance to expand. So this is even more reason why I should expand. You got Ohio State's 2 receivers, tackle, not playing in the Rose Bowl. Usually the Rose Bowl is one of the most popular and most watched games. I love to watch it, but it loses a little bit of luster when you lose some of the star power.
Over and under on whether the Puerto Rican Prince, if we're going to be able to hear him now, I'd say yes.
I think we're good now. I was having some technical difficulties for a second, but camera's working, mic's good.
Yeah, you sound good. Well, give us a thought on Michigan tomorrow and then Michigan State tonight. Go ahead, Raj.
Yeah, as far as Michigan, I want to see they've had very good offensive line play all year, and we know Georgia, they're only giving up 9.5 points a game, and so I want to see if Michigan's offensive line is going to win at the line of scrimmage and try to dominate Georgia and establish that running game, because we know Georgia have the best defense in college football. Got a vicious front seven, so I want to see how Michigan does at the line of scrimmage and see if they can establish the run. And as far as the Michigan State and Penn State game, it sucks that Kenny Walker and Pickett aren't playing. I can more so understand why Kenneth Walker isn't playing, because the shelf life on running backs, they get running to the ground a lot of mileage. Even when he gets to the NFL, you're probably going to get that one contract, and that's it. So I can get him trying to preserve himself. But as far as Pickett, I think he's hurting himself not playing this game, because I seen last year Zach Wilson, he lit up UCF in that bowl game. He had a great pro day. He ended up being the second pick in the draft. I think Kenny Pickett, if he would have came, lit Michigan State up, and had a good pro day, he definitely could have skyrocketed in the draft.
I think with the draft there's only a couple of guys there who you really consider valid first rounders, and I get your point, but with the class that he's in right now, he is top 3, and I don't think that anything is going to change that.
But do you think he'll be a top 3 pick?
Oh, no. And I don't think he cares if he's a top 3 pick. He knows he's going first round. He's getting on a team, and he's going to have a situation where he gets to start.
Yeah, I always think with QBs, I'm with Raj, man. Give me more reps, give me more time. And you know what? There's so much uncertainty. If Pickett went out there against really a questionable Michigan State secondary and threw like 500 yards, he could vault. He could be the number 1 quarterback taken. So I'm with you. MAT wants some over and unders from Raj right now, because Michigan State and Pittsburgh are underway. They're not showing me the over and under. Tomorrow, though, 45 in the Orange Bowl with Michigan and with Georgia, and I'm picking Michigan 24-20. So I like Michigan in the under. Oh, I'm spoiling my. Don't give me any picks. We got to wait to the pick'em segment. What am I doing? Let's turn the chapter. We went from the Orange Bowl to the Peach Bowl. Now we go to the Toilet Bowl, and that is the Lions. They'll be in Seattle taking on the Seahawks on Sunday. There's a lot of interesting things, but not many of them that are taking place out on the field. Like I'll start this one out. You know, you think about Russell Wilson, and maybe he just should have folded it up because the way he's playing, maybe he's hurting his brand here and his potential for a team that's going to want to come get him. But you know, what are you guys looking at with the Lions at the Seahawks?
I guess I'll go first. It's kind of tough though because with COVID going on, you don't know who's in the lineup, who's out. It makes it kind of tricky. But I'm looking at Russell Wilson. Is he going to be motivated for this game? They had a terrible loss against Chicago on Sunday of that crazy 2-point conversion by Nick Foles. But I do think DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett will be able to make some plays and get them the victory. It's going to be a lot of changes coming into Seattle, whether that's Russell Wilson getting traded, or Bobby Wagner leaving, Pete Carroll loses his job. Who knows? So maybe they'll get the Lions motivated, but it's tough to go across country and play in the up northwest. So I'm gonna take the Seahawks, but I think it will be a really close game.
Yeah, don't spoil your pick for Chapter 5. I know that's what Pete was going to say. Raj, go ahead, Pete.
I was going to acknowledge the comment saying that, don't be surprised if the Lions win. I totally back that. The Seahawks just have not been themselves this year. I mean, the Legion of Boom obviously long gone. Russell Wilson has not been the player that he usually is. He didn't even give us that first half of the season MVP play like he usually does, and then he fades away. And the Seahawks are one of those teams that you look at the roster and you're not quite sure how that offense doesn't perform nearly as well as you would want it to. You have a quarterback like Russell Wilson who's been great for many years. You got DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett out wide. And sure, you got Chris Carson hurt at running back, but still you got two number one wide receivers, and they're bottom of the barrel team this year. And it's kind of hard to see looking at paper.
Yeah, we'll see, Raj. If that's a game-winning field goal, we would go to it to do a little Manning cast. But at 45 and 26 seconds left, we'll see on that. Raj, are you ready to give up 3 picks for Russell Wilson if you're the Raiders and give him Carr?
3 first-round picks, that's a lot. That's a lot, especially at this stage in Russell Wilson's career. He's still elite, don't get me wrong, but 3 first-round picks, that's a lot.
I'd do it for Rodgers. Everybody would do it for Rodgers, right? I mean, I know he's had a bad year. Some team will do it.
Yeah.
I don't know if you give 3 first rounds for Rodgers. I mean, at his age, like you got a couple more years, 3 first rounds will take you well.
I'm giving up more for him.
It's gotta be to a team that's got a roster ready to win right now, because if you give up 3 first round picks, you're gonna have no assets, no capital to be able to make some leverage and make some trades to make your team better. So like I said, maybe a Pittsburgh or a Denver. Those are teams that are more in line to be able to acquire him or Russell Wilson, or maybe even the Saints.
If I'm giving up 3 first-round picks, I want Watson and I want all of his legal troubles gone.
Well, yeah, you would think that he would have to have those gone here. We're going to get a final. What he wanted to show us a Hail Mary.
3rd and 2. No. 3rd and 2 with 7 seconds left. 11 seconds.
Is this live?
This live, baby.
They're not in field goal range, though.
They're right outside of it.
They still got a timeout.
Right. When they get up to the line of scrimmage, we'll go Manning cast.
All right, we got this, baby. Want me to pull it down or leave it up?
Yeah, pull it down and put it up when we see them go up to the line of scrimmage. Then we can do a Manning cast.
I'll be back.
Oh, we got live footage. That's pretty cool.
It is. Anything else on the toilet bowl, Raj?
Yeah, I think DeAndre Swift is supposed to be back for this game. Do you guys agree with the Lions playing Swift, or you guys think he should be shut down for the season?
Shut him down.
I think he should be. He should be shut down. Don't play with the shoulder. That's not an injury you mess with.
Given that I need him in my fantasy lineup ever since Christian McCaffrey got hurt, I am all for that. But other than that, I don't think so.
Yeah, look, again, I'm not giving Dan Campbell and like I already know he's coming back, but I don't need any late season wins when they're out of it, to make me feel good about what the Lions are going to do next year. He's going to get his shot. They don't have to win these games. If they go out there and win and play like they did against the Cards, is we're going to see a Hail Mary, or we're just going to see a 15. I guess they only need a 10-yard out here to line up a field goal. Let's see, do Tennessee have any timeouts? Well, they're going to go for a 10-yard out. 10-yard out. They're going to line this one up. No, they're going for it all.
Wow.
What are they doing? 7 seconds to go. Maybe they'll just kick the long field goal now here, 60-yarder. I would have gone for 10 yards, get them a little bit closer.
I still would. I mean, it's 4th and 2. You get 10 yards. You get out of bounds. You got a second or two left on there. I'm not taking Hail Mary. I'm not taking a long field goal here.
Is that
with 7 seconds?
They used to play at Michigan.
No, that's Hendon Hooker. Joe Milton got benched. So,
okay.
Yeah, it'd be a lot more exciting if that was big Joe Milton out there. I'm with you on that. We do have some timeouts.
If Joe Milton was starting this game, I don't think it'd be 45-45.
No,
I'm with you on that. Let's get to chapter 4, and that's for Adrian. I don't know if you guys are ready to rock and roll on this one.
All right, fellas. We're gonna go to chapter 4. This is a little fun of a topic, so you might have to think about this a little bit, but. In a year in review, can you think of your favorite TV show or your favorite movie in 2021? We're going to go with Dennis to start.
I've listed about 10 things that I really like from this year, and most of them actually happened in this year. If I had to give my own little Oscar or Golden Globe, and I'd say you had to watch one thing, I would say it would be Queen's Gambit that I love. But I'm going to throw a couple out there. I like Yellowstone. I like 1883 that's going on right now. I like the new Dexter that's going on, and I like Squid Games, and I like Narcos Mexico. But out of all of them, give me the Queen's Gambit. That would have been the best thing that I watched this year. I enjoyed it the most.
Okay. All right. One thing I really enjoyed, I got a drone that I fly. I like. Okay, well, before I give that, let's see what happens here.
Yeah, make the call, Puerto Rican Prince.
All right, so
first down.
That's the end of the game, or that's the end of the
timeout.
They're not going to be able to spike it. If you get a first down, it stops the clock. But
they got timeouts.
Yeah, they have a timeout.
2. Both teams have 2.
Yeah, once that. I mean, now you got to kick the field goal.
Yeah, this has to be.
He's not making that. There's no way.
Yeah, thanks, Pete. What are we talking about? 55 yards? Where are we at?
Looks like the 30. Or the 39? No way.
54 yards. 57 yards. Yeah.
It's now Justin Tucker's. What's Justin Tucker going to walk out?
Yeah, he's not. He's shanking this.
If this thing bounces off the goalpost and goes in, I don't know what to tell you.
Then that would be crazy. He's practically 2 yards outside of range?
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, that's a college kicker, though. We don't even trust NFL kickers.
Pete, where's the stats on him for the year?
Oh, don't.
Where's the full breakdown?
Don't do that to me, Rob.
By the way, Mayor of Kingstown, best show that's come out this year, in my opinion.
Yeah, I sampled the first couple, and I didn't mind it, but it's a little what it's it takes you really serious, and it's got a lot of potential, but then they do things like that would never happen. And I think they missed the mark. I'll just tell you, Rob, while they're lining up for this kick that I don't think they're going to make. You know what? He comes rolling up on, to this guy that's like the kingpin of the projects. He just comes bolting up with his car, and it's supposed to be all funny, these guys are all running around with their guns and everything. Nothing's happening like that.
Well, true.
I don't. That whole thing, I'm like, try to make it realistic. Why don't you just pull up and have somebody meet and go up there and take care of it? That they missed the mark on that. Although I'll tell you what, the first episode was really good because I like shows that are very unpredictable, and what happened to the star was very unpredictable.
Yeah, his brother, straight up.
Yeah,
and then he ascends.
That was unpredictable. Yeah, well, spoiler.
Oh, sorry. It's
That's
called
all right.
Mayor of Kingstown. We just gave away the main star in the beginning, then it ascends. This is our first time ever being.
Is that Kyle Chandler from Friday Night Lights?
We're
Yes.
5 wide with live TV right now. Look at how far we've come.
Does anybody think that he's going to make it?
No, he's no
This
chance.
is going to overtime.
Yeah, I agree. That'd be a great kick. That's for sure.
I think he's got it.
There you go.
How far,
There you go,
how
Rob.
far is it? 56?
He's
Yeah,
from
that's what I
over
said.
50 yards, 2 for 4, career long 52. He's a senior. He's got almost Alex Anzalone flowing locks. He's got this.
I didn't see where they said how long it was going to go. The Pistons preseason over and under was 25 because I bet it over. That money's gone. Where it's at right now, I would take the under on 18.5. I mean, what?
Yeah,
You
I'm
got
gonna go
4 or 5 wins?
This
I'm going to
guy's-
go with the under
he's
on that
giving
as
them-
well.
Yeah, I'll take.
Aren't they missing
I'll
11?
agree with Raj on that.
They really want to
Yeah.
drag this kick out as long as they can. This is
Pete,
taking forever.
do you watch TV or movies, Pete?
I'm not a big TV guy. Recently, movies wise, I just saw the new Spider-Man, and that was fantastic. I absolutely
Okay,
recommend
there you
that.
go. See, there
But
you
yeah,
go.
as far as TV goes, nothing really streaming right now.
Everybody gave their movie, Adrian, TV show.
I was gonna say Spider-Man as well. You know, I'm a big Spider-Man guy, bringing out my inner kid. But best movie of the year by far. A couple shows I need to get into Succession. I want to start watching that, but I haven't had a chance.
I like that.
To,
That's good.
I've had a chance to really get into it. There's a local show they did here called BMF. That's a really good show. I like that. I like that kind of stuff. I'm a big mystery guy, so I like shows about stuff like that.
Here we
Let me
go.
line this one up for you. Tennessee lining up for a 56-yard kick to win it. 2 seconds left. Snap, hold, kick. It is up. It's on its way. This one's going to be wide right. Pushed it about 2 feet. It had the distance, it looked like there, Adrian.
It did. I knew he was gonna try to push it too much, so he pushed it right.
You could see right off of his foot that never had a
He
chance. It was wide the whole time.
Good job. Good call there for the color analyst, Finelli.
Well,
Go ahead.
We'll check back in. I'll keep you abreast of the situation.
All right, let's go to the Prince before we get to chapter 5 of the Pick'em.
Yeah, no, I just wanted to say on the shows, I got a drone that I fly. I'm into the drone thing now. They actually got a drone racing league that I found on TV a couple months ago. I didn't even know. So that's dope. Guys race drones and they get paid for it.
You know what? I saw them flying it through the Georgia Dome, like they were doing it through the concourse, and they go flying out, and it's sweet. It's fun to watch.
Yeah, they go to different arenas. Yeah, it's dope.
Yeah, I like that. It is. I want to see you get. Hopefully one day you'll be a pro. We'll watch you. Go flying around. Well, it's cool. They got the onboard cameras and everything, and they get the lights where you can differentiate who's coming and who's going. Great camera work all the way through. So yeah, I'm with you on that. That is cool. And I wouldn't think I would like that, but I did when I watched that. That's for sure. All right, well, let's get to chapter 5, and that is Pick'em with Pete, Penn State Pete. Pick'em. Let's do it.
All right, we got 4 games. We got the 2 college playoff games. We got 2 NFL games. So let's start it off. First one, and for the college football, I decided we're just going to go straight winner, loser, no spread, because if you cover the spread in the college football playoffs, nobody cares. You're out. That's all that matters.
All
So
right,
we're
just
gonna start
winner.
off.
All right.
We're going to start off. We got Georgia, Michigan, and Adrian, you can start us off for this one.
After much long thought, I don't know if I'm going my heart or not on this one, but I'm gonna go with Michigan 24-20. Wolverines will find a way to get some touchdowns on the board with the combination of Haskins, Corum, Edwards catching balls out the backfield. K. McNamara will play turnover free, and Michigan will make Stetson Bennett nervous in his pocket. So give me Michigan. Go blue.
Raj, what do you got?
I'm gonna go with Michigan in this game. I think it's gonna be a dogfight. I think it's gonna be a very close game. 2 of the best teams in the country, but I think Michigan is gonna eke this one out and continue their magical season.
All right, Dennis.
Michigan.
No words, just a helmet.
That's it. We saw what Rob was wearing. I don't look. We know what his pick is going to be.
We do.
They could be 100-point underdogs. Michigan. There he is.
All right. Well, no clean sweep on this one. I'm taking Georgia. I think, the game against Alabama was, a one-time thing. That was embarrassing. They'll get back to what they were doing. They'll take care of business here. And Following that, we got Cincinnati and we got Alabama. So same order. Let's start it off.
With the way, I mean, this is really not a tough one. I hope Cincinnati can come in there and play tough, but I think they'll keep it tight for a half. Second half, Bryce Young and company will roll. I know they lost Mechie, but everybody else will step up. Alabama is just Bama, and I can't ever bet against Nick Saban. So give me Alabama, and they roll in the second half.
Yeah, well, if you were giving me 13.5, I would think about the Bearcats, but under Pete's formula here, where you're just picking winners, I got to say roll Tide.
Yeah. Under Pete's formula, I got to go with Bama straight up. Bama's going to win this. I don't see them wetting the bed against Cincinnati. Cincinnati's had a great season. I would like to see the Lions draft Desmond Ridder, but I'm going to go with Alabama.
No one wants to take the miracle shot?
Go ahead.
No, I'm good. I'm all right. All right, moving on. We got NFL. We got two of the hottest teams right now. We got the Chiefs at the Bengals. We are going to do the spread for this one. It's Chiefs minus 4.5. Let's flip it. And Raj, you can start this one.
I'm going to go with the Chiefs in this one. I know they're going to Cincy. It's going to be on the road. It's going to be a tough game. Cincy's playing very well right now, but I think the Chiefs are rolling. So give me the Chiefs.
Dennis, what do you got?
Yeah, the thing here is I really like Cincinnati, and I'd like to pick Cincinnati. But you know what? Cincinnati can't block. And if you got a team that can get after the quarterback like the Chiefs can with their defensive ends, and the way the offense is going, even though we might not see, I don't know, we're going to see Kelsey back there or whatever else. So those are always hard to predict here a couple days out. But because of that pass rush and because of the lack of an offensive line, I don't think Burrow's going to have the time. I'll take the Chiefs by double digits.
Right.
Hey, listen, I guess I'm going to agree with you guys as well. Kansas City is on a roll right now, 7-game winning streak, I believe. They've caught their footing. Cincinnati is a really good up-and-coming young team, but they're still learning how to win, in my opinion. So when it gets tough, they're going to fold. So I'm going to give me Pat Mahomes and the Chiefs.
Yeah, I'm hoping that for fantasy championship reasons, I'm hoping T. Higgins takes it down a notch this upcoming week. I'm taking the Chiefs, though, and give me the points, too. And then finally, to end it off, back to the toilet bowl, we got Lions, we got Seahawks. Hawks are holding -7. Dennis, you can start this one off.
I don't know. The Lions have covered the spread 5 of the last 6 games here. If one thing that they do is keep it close. And in fact, 12 of their losses, half of them have been by a possession or less. To me, that adds up to the Lions being able to keep this one close. Plus, they're playing for next year, to get a springboard here. The Seahawks, they don't even have their first round pick. They gave it to the Jets, so that blows. But so they'll want to win this game. They're not tanking, but neither are the Lions. It's too many points. I got to take the Lions.
What do you got, Adrian?
Historically, the Lions, every time they play Seattle, it's never good. So the Seahawks have the best player in the field. So give me Russell Wilson and the Seahawks.
Raj.
I'm going with the Lions in this game. Jared Goff went to Seattle last year, won a playoff game, albeit it was with a different team. The Lions, they're trying to win these last 2 games. I think Seattle has not been good this year. Even Green Bay next week, they might be playing Jordan Love. I think the Lions go in and steal one. Give me the Lions and the points.
Lions win out. Listen to
What's
the
your
Puerto
pick,
Rican
Rob?
Prince.
Rob, what's your pick?
There it is. He's not talking either.
Oh, he can't.
Win one for Alex.
Hey,
Out of control.
I
I remember last week, all you guys took San Fran. I took Tennessee. So
That was a good pick.
You did. I'm taking the Lions on this one, too. Seahawks have not been themselves this year. 7 points is too much for me. Give me the Lions.
I just broke everything trying to give you guys the NFL primetime music. That's what happened.
Michigan
right.
State rolling. All right, is that the picks?
That's the picks, all 4 of them.
Awesome. Guys, we can say it. Happy New Year.
Oh, yeah?
We'll see you next year, right?
Happy New Year.
There it is.
Last show of
Happy New Year, fellas.
2021.
All right, everybody, thanks for watching. And Adrian, tell everybody bye.
All right, buddy. Have a good night and go blue.
Good night.